One of my favourite things to do in Stardew Valley, and hear me out when I say this, is to check the trash bins every day. So in case you didn't know, these trash bins that you see around, you can actually search them in Pelican Town, and there's a chance that you'll get an item from it. It can be trash, it can be something like a fish or some bread or some other kind of, there's cookies in them too, but also I found diamonds, I found gold bars and other things like that. So if you just walk up to it and you click, it checks the bin, and then if you don't get any item, it goes like that. But if you do get an item, it drops out like that and you get a grape. There is also a 0.2% chance that every time you search a trash bin, you will get this item. The garbage hat, which is my favourite hat in the game, potentially even my favourite item in the game, because you can walk around with one of the lids from the garbage cans on your head. Isn't the best thing ever. Every farm I start and every playthrough I start, I kind of do like a mini in my head garbage hat speed run. I always check the bins. You'll always see me going bin hat, bin hat, bin hat when I get the bin or when I'm searching the bin to try and get the hat. It's really sad, I know, but it's fine because it's the bin hat and it's worth it. And another cool thing about the garbage cans is, I'll insert a clip here, if you open a can too close to a person, to a NPC in Pelican Town, they have a funny reaction. They're like, why are you searching the bin? Ew, why are you digging through the bins? So it's kind of like a waiting game, trying to make sure they're far enough away that you can search it in peace and then walk up and search it. For example, Vincent walked out at the perfect time and says, what are you doing? And then you'll lose relationship points, you'll lose hearts with them because they're like, oh, why are you searching a bin? But as I've said, and as you've seen, you can get some really good items from these bins. As I've said, I found a diamond in one of these bins before. And because you can get such good items from these bins, I thought to myself, how much actually can you get from these bins? Like, if you just search these bins every day, how much could you make? And this is the video you're watching right now. This is where I play 7 days of Stardew Valley, just searching the bins, literally doing nothing else except for searching bins. Everything I search in the bins, I sell immediately. Preface this by saying that as I said, you can find trash in the bins. Trash doesn't sell for anything, but you can turn trash into other useful products, which I don't do because I have a recycling machine, but I just want to see how much money I can make. I just thought it'd be a fun little challenge, and then we can kind of see together like how often the bins kind of give out rewards, what kind of rewards, how lucky I get. This is all down to percentages and chances and luck. Like, what do I get from the bin? Am I lucky enough to get stuff from the bin? Some weeks you're going to be getting loads from the bins, some days you're not going to be getting, because the luck system influences if you're getting any items from the bins. Honestly, there's a lot more to this bin system than a lot of people probably think. And probably, you know what, a lot of people probably don't even search them. They just run past them not thinking anything but a decoration. So if that's you, this is your sign. Watch this video and see what you can get from the trash bins and maybe start incorporating it into your routine like I do in Stardew Valley. And I hope you enjoyed this week. I'll check back in at the end where we give a little rundown of how my week went, and I'll see you then. So at the end of the week, I have 810 gold. So taking off the 500 you start with, I've made 310 gold from searching the bin. Whilst I know in like perspective and hindsight, it's not that much. But for something that's free, that's very quick and easy to do, I think searching the bins is something that definitely is kind of worth it. You don't have to go all the way out to like the Jojo one, but if you're going to Clint's, checking the ones there is a really good idea. But even if you ignore the gold that I made, if you think about the actual items I picked up, yeah, I got some things like field snacks, but they're good for the mines. I got some bread, which I always call bin bread, and I always give it to people, and I always like, do you want my bin bread? Because people like bread as a gift. I found fish. I found an eel. Eels are very, very good, and they're part of the community centre. They're quite hard to catch, so that's a win. They're also really good for spicy eel, which is a really good recipe for mining, and other things like that. I've also in the past, you didn't see on here, I found gold bars. I found a diamond in a bin once, and my head is still mind blown about that. There's a whole list of items you can get. And even if you think about things like the trash items, like the trash, the soggy newspaper, the glasses, once you have a recycling machine, you can chuck them in there and you get some very valuable minerals. So for something that's really easy to do and simple to do, you can get some really good resources. And if you don't want the resources, you can get an okay amount of money. And I definitely want to do this again. I kind of want to do a how much can I make from a season alone, how much from a year alone, how much from like a couple of years alone. But also I do want to do a kind of how quickly can I get the trash hat, the garbage hat speedrun, because it's my favourite item in the game. I love it, and I love seeing how quickly I can get it on my new farms. So if you'd like to see that, please subscribe, stay tuned for that. But also if you'd like to see things like, I do a lot of Stardew Valley decorations, I post VODs for my streams, I have a cozy Stardew Valley series, so if you're interested in any of that, hit that subscribe button and watch the rest, and stay tuned for more stuff like this. And let me know if there's anything of this kind of like fun, jokey kind of memey speed thing or challenge you'd like to see, because I really like doing these kind of jokey ones. But let me know, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.